I am not.
Hi there, it's Roderick from Toy Masters Video Magazine. Still here at Jacob Javits Convention Center for ToyFair 2018 in New York City. I'm here at DC Collectibles with Jim Fletcher. He's going to give us the walkthrough, showing us all the new products coming out for DC Collectibles. All right, here's Jim.
Okay, thanks, man. ToyFair is really exciting. First, we got a lot of great stuff to walk through, so we might as well jump right in. So the Batman animated series for us has been great. We're the Batman animated series has been great for us. We're continuing the line with the Batman Expressions Pack and the Joker Expressions Pack, and the newest one is Harley. So we're going for a more immersive play experience rather than just carded figures that you're going to get one at a time. Harley's super fun because she has one of my favorite things of the show, which is the fish head that she had to wear around on one of the episodes on the show. But she also has replaceable roller skates, a bunch of different expressions, and it really gives you a different way to play with them. You can do all kinds of things with the figures. We've had one of our designers build a diorama down here with some of the different Harley faces on and a fight scene going on between Batman and Joker. And this way you can change up your mood and the mood of your toys as you go along during the day. So if you're not happy about something your boss says, you can put that figure on and they'll never know you're actually angry, and you can live through your toys. So really fun to play with. Batman Anime has been one of our favorite things to work on, and we've got some more hopeful surprises coming up, so stay tuned for that. We're going to go next to our Artist Alley figures. These are a really fun program. The design team's been super happy and excited to work with a lot of different artists that aren't necessarily people they're going to use for drawing comic books. So we found a couple of people we literally walk up and down artist alleys at all these different shows, trying to find people that we think are, outside the realm of illustrators that the company normally uses. So we found Newligan, Chris Uminga, and Sho Marase, and we started out with all of them to do their takes on the characters. We're really happy with all of them. Newligan's got this really cool, almost graffiti-like style. Everyone's got these great kicks on, which is pretty fun. Nice attitudes, everybody. Joker's probably my favorite nose of a Joker who ever sculpted. You can probably open a letter with it. It's nice and super pointed. There's a black and white version of his stuff as well, as you can see down here. We're having a lot of fun with Newligan stuff. He actually did a set of bookends for us a year ago that did really well, at Batman, Harley, and Joker. Chris Uminga is another one of our next artists in the line. He has a really big fan following. He was just here the other day. Super happy with the way things came out. The Wonder Woman's super playful. Batman's looking, grumpy like he should, and Superman's ready to start a brawl with somebody or another. And we also have a black and white version of his. As you can see, the difference between the black and whites here is pretty substantial. One of them is just straight up black and white, and Chris's stuff, it's a little more subtle. There's more grays in it and stuff, but both really cool looking. And then Sho's work is great. I don't know if you're familiar with her stuff, but it's really a flat kind of graphic art style. So sculpting this and painting this was really challenging. So we had to figure out how we're going to get that look translated into a 3D form, and I think we did a really nice job with it because we captured the feel of her work right here. The variant, this looks like a variant of her stuff, but the way she works and the stuff she handed in from us is usually black and white and another hit of color. So that is actually the standard version of her stuff. And later on in the year, we've got a holiday version coming out. We've gone back and added some other colors in there. They look really great. Hopefully we can scent them in some Christmas scents, maybe like a nice cinnamon or something, but probably not actually going to happen, but it'd be fun if we could do it. Let's go over this way to Essentials action figures. So DC's gone back to our larger size action figures after the Icons line and the Batman animated series. These are between around 6 3/4, closer to 7 inches tall figures. They'll be individually carded figures, and we're going back to our roots with the rebirth costumes of all the characters. So you can see Batman and Deathstroke, Flash and Reverse Flash, Superman, Brainiac, Aquaman, and Black Manta. These figures have a lot of posability. They don't have the most articulation that we've ever seen, but all the all the articulation is really important because the range of motion on these is really fantastic. And there's a video running at the show, also on your press kit you're going to get, that shows all the things these figures can do. So we've been really happy to go back to getting a really cool line of action figures out there. We've actually gone ahead and sculpted way more than you see here, but we're saving those for another day. Can't give you everything all at once. The Doomsday Clock action figures are in the same scale as the Essentials figures, and we're very excited to go back and actually make a set of Watchmen figures. We had a movie series we did a while back, and we actually had a set of them we never actually produced. So to finally get them out there is really exciting. Yeah, and you've got the two new characters, Mime and Marionette, in there, plus some typical Watchmen figures that you would expect, like Dr. Manhattan and Ozzy and Rorschach and the Comedian. These will be in 2-packs, as you can see there. There'll be these two, and you've got these two, and then these guys. Same articulation as the Essentials figures, and we're really excited to be getting them out there. Of course, there was always the big debate about Dr. Manhattan, you know, pants or no pants. We decided to go with the pants, especially because there's people with cameras around. So you're welcome, everybody. The PVC statue line for us is an exciting new line we've been working on. We've been wanting to do this for a while. We're doing them in PVC for both the price point and for the posing, and also you don't have to worry about breaking them. So, you know, you knock a resin statue off your shelf, it's pretty much game over unless you got a lot of glue. You know, these should hold up. They'll probably bounce depending on the floor surface, but they're PVC, so they're much more durable. You know, if you can pick them up, you don't have to worry about breaking them the minute you touch them. They're called DC Core, not just because of these specific designs, which are all Rebirth, but it's about more of the core of the figure and why they're important characters. So they all have themed bases that, you know, relate to something that the character's about. Like the Joker's coming out of a bunch of ha-has. Batgirl's got like a phone, which she's always on in the comic books. And the sculpting on these is great. Kudos to all the sculptors and that really made these things come alive from our initial concept drawings. All right, we'll go over to the designer series. Oh, here, if you want to see articulation on the figures, this is a great look. So this video was built by the DC Collectibles team in-house. We filmed it in our library, just showing you all the different poses you can go into. There's some really fun ones in there that guys went with. But again, it's got a lot of points of articulation, and you can see the range of motion they can get on them is pretty fantastic. One of my favorite ones is coming up pretty soon. That one's great, just in case you need a nice laid back, easy pose. And this will be, you can watch this on our Facebook page, like I said, or if you'll be posting this online from your site, people can go access it there. Really great action figure line. We're super happy to be getting all of those done. The DC Designer Series statues are really exciting this year. But we're first going to start with DC TV because we're right in front of it. This is the Black Lightning statue. This show's trending really well. Certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. It's 4 episodes in already. Chris Williams was really happy with the likeness. So if he's happy, I'm happy. The statue looks great. So part of our ongoing statue series line that supports the TV shows. We've Arrow statues. We've done Flash statues, Supergirl. He's the newest addition to the line of DC shows that seem to be on more than once a week. There's almost not enough days to do all the DC TV shows. Certainly hope you're watching as many as you can. The Designer Series statues are something that DC Collectibles is always happy to do because it supports one of our mission statements, which is making sure we're doing statues that look like the art that they're pulled from. Here for the show, just in time, is the Superman statue by Jim Lee. Obviously, you've heard that the trunks are back on Superman now. So we had to, at the last minute, we found this out, resculpted him for the show, and now he's here, so that's why he's not painted. But kind of nice to see a work in progress. We don't usually show that, but this is an important thing for the company. Wanted to make sure you guys could see him out there. He's not quite done yet, but pretty close to finished. He's a big 12-inch statue. You can see for scale, he's a pretty good size. All these Designer Series statues are pretty beefy statues. The Supergirl, if you're a Superman fan, it's a good year for you because you've got Superman and Supergirl. That's based on the Michael Turner artwork that's been produced on covers a number of times. Michael Turner stuff has always done really well for us, and it's nice to see his legacy living on in these statues. Batman Designer Series, Greg Capullo statue is, if you want a different version of Batman, this one's definitely for you. He's usually not running around with hatchets in his hands, looking pretty messed up, but that's a really fun statue. The metal run is a crazy fun ride by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, so we wanted to make sure we picked a pose that was really, getting to the heart of the matter, I guess, for Batman's attitude in this book, and we really think it came out great. Red Hood statue is a fan favorite. We're hoping to do more stuff with him going forward. Kenneth Rocafort redesigned the Red Hood costume for New 52, and actually we tried to go back and really hit his style with the paints and all the detailing. You can see the candy coating paint looks great on his helmet there, and you can really see what we're trying to do with all the colors and everything with that. So that's been a lot of fun. The Joker Rick Baker bust is something we're super proud to present at the show. You can see it's a full-size bust, so it's actually life-size. The eyeball stare kind of follows you around the room a lot. And Rick's an Academy Award, multiple Academy Award winning special effects artist. On the back of this thing, you've got his signature showing back here, which is great. This will be a limited amount of these. We're going to produce about 200. They're $1,000 a piece, so not cheap, but he is a pretty amazing sculpture. Rick was really happy to be able to do his thing on this. We told him we wouldn't interfere with his vision, and he said great. And now we have this. So it's pretty amazing. Obviously great for any Joker fan or Batman family fan, or just to scare your neighbors with at Halloween. This is part of the our gallery line. We're doing a Two-Face coin. It's a nice big size coin. It's really heavy. So it's obviously got the unmarked side here. And on the back is obviously the Two-Face side. I'm not going to play with this today because, I don't want to have to do anything I shouldn't if that side comes up. We're also doing a Joker cane. If you want it, you can hold that for a minute. It's got a pretty good heft. Yeah, it's really heavy. It's got a metal head on it. We designed this in-house at DC Collectibles, and it's going to be going back and appearing in the comic books. Joker's been seen with and without a cane or a walking stick over the years, but it's good size. I mean, it's a pretty good, from floor to the ground. It's pretty high. It's actually a walking stick though, but not a cane, so the cane would be slightly shorter. So just for people who want to be more specific about it. Okay, so we're heading over this way towards our DC Bombshells line, which has been a great line for us going on about 4 years now of really fun statues. We have a lot of fun designing all these and worked with Aunt Lucia on getting them all done. One of my favorite new things we did this year is the Batman Catwoman piece, where she's actually stealing the Batmobile keys while she's distracting him in other ways, which has been great. And Batman's pose is really fun. She's just kind of sort of surprised, but not, he's Batman. He's trying to be stoic, but there go his keys and he doesn't even know it. The Joker's daughter has been a big villainess in the Bombshells comic book line. So we decided to go make a statue of her based on this variant cover. It's really cool. She comes with this Joker mask and everything. It's really great. Nice addition to the Bombshells line. So there's still a lot of Bombshells fans out there. So we're going to keep going ahead with this line. It's just been a really big win for Collectibles. We actually did a statue of these two based on that 1940s famous Kiss statue where the sailor just returns from war, but we reversed them with Harley and Joker. They were so popular we decided to add them into our action figure line, and Harley actually comes with this nice kissing head plus her regular Harley head, so you can reenact this pose with your action figures. Gotham City Garage is another ongoing line that was developed by DC Collectibles. It's now a comic book series. The newest two are Supergirl and Batgirl. We've also rebranded them, adding these license plates in front of the statues. The Batgirl piece is just fantastic. The whole range of motion and the movement of this is really a great addition to the Gotham City Garage line. We have a Joelle Jones statue of her cover girls. This line we started with Adam Hughes about 8-ish years ago. We've done a lot of different statues with different illustrators. And Joelle's the newest addition to that. Batgirl snapping a selfie of herself while she's up in the air is a really fun idea for a statue. And Joelle's handed in a lot of really energetic, exciting drawings for this line. As you can see, we have her name inscribed in the base. So this line is performing really well, and we're hoping to keep Joelle on getting a number of more of these done to keep the line going ahead. New Teen Titans multi-part statue is there's going to be a Teen Titans show coming out, a Titans show coming out. So we're going to be supporting it with their new Teen Titans statues based on George Perez's artwork from the first issue. These statues can be bought individually, or if you buy them throughout the year, you can build the whole scene of them again. So matching, the cover art, we've recreated this in statue form, so you can actually get them all, or get the ones you like. Hopefully you get them all, because that's way more fun to have a statue with all of them in it, of course. The Harley Quinn Batman, the Harley Quinn red, white, and black line for us has been a big success. In some cases, outselling the Batman figures. Harley's had a bunch of different costumes. In this case, you've got her traditional costume and one of her newer looks. You don't have to choose if you like this Harley or that Harley. You can just get all the different Harleys, and then that way you could have as many Harleys as you like. We're probably a year or two into this line so far. This is the Michael Turner one and the Philip Tan one. They were both based on really good selling covers for the company, so happy to be continuing the line of Harleys. This Batman Greg Capullo statue of Man Who Laughs just showed up for the show. It got here yesterday. So pretty excited to have that here. It's got the Man Who Laughs statue with a big chain and something left of Robin on the ground there, or one of his Robins. So we're not really sure what happened with him, but when you read the Metal story, hopefully you'll enjoy this character as much as the company did. He's a really creepy version of the Dark Knight. Then you have these two statues by Gerard Way. There's a Joker and a Batman. What's cool about this Batman cape is there's actually a map of Gotham City inside this. So these are based on an unfinished story by Greg Capullo and by Gerard Way, and hopefully he'll get back into doing this at some point. All the stuff he's been doing for DC has been great. We really like him to go back in and re-explore that story at some point. So that's our New York Toy Fair 2018. I hope you guys enjoy coming in. Thank you for your time as usual covering our stuff. All right.
Thank you, Jim.
Yeah, man, always good.
And I'm Roderick from Toy Masters Video Magazine here at DC Collectibles booth for Toy Fair 2018 at the Jacob Giles Convention Center in New York City. With that, take it easy, everybody. Catch you later.